Alright, so I'm gonna install some basic speakers that fit, and then I have the wiring. I'm gonna do a Pioneer deck inside. So right now I'm gonna pull out my old radio, and then I'll start getting started on connecting all these wires and stuff, and then show you how to install it. Alright, so to start, you're gonna take off your shift knob. I already did a video of me installing it, but got to take it off in order to get the rest of all of this apart. So okay, shift knob off, and then from the front you're gonna pull up a little bit, and then you can wiggle this out. I'm gonna pull this out, put it in third. So right here, you pull out your cigarette ashtray. So there's 2 bolts right there, and then there's 2 bolts right here, and then you'll be able to pull it out. So give me a minute to take out the bolts, and then I'll show you how to pull it out. Okay, so now I got all those screws out. You're gonna slightly pull it up in the back, pull all these tabs, and you can start pulling the tabs on top. So the cigarette lighter is connected in the back. You gotta do that, and then you don't have to, but so this is your fresh air sensor and tube, which makes your AC work. I don't disconnect this, I just lay it over. So I'm gonna disconnect the cigarette lighter really quick, and then I'll show you what next bolts to do. Okay, as you can see, I just took my cover, I kind of swung it over, still left these connected just because it's zip tied and stuff. I unhooked the cigarette lighter, so you can see all of these bolts that go up and around. You're gonna have to take all of them off, so I'm gonna take them off. Another thing that I take off just to be safe is your AC cover. So because this is, I guess, easily broken, so I just take it off and set it away so that it doesn't snap. So let me take all that off, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so now that you got all those screws out, this just kind of wiggles out, and then as you can see, these chrome bolts on the side, you gotta unscrew all 4 of them. So you can do that, and then you can unhook this wiring and pull it out from the back. Okay, as you can see, these are the wires that connect in the rear. You got your antenna, and then just your wires that plug into the back of the radio. So they're all pulled off right here. So now I can go inside and hook up all the wires to the new wiring harness and show you how to reinstall it. Okay, so now I'm inside. I have my adapter for the stock harness, and then the one that connects to the back of my Pioneer. I also have a bypass, so I don't have to worry about having the e-brake on when I'm watching a movie. I wouldn't suggest doing this while driving because it is illegal, but you know, for car shows, I can have it going. So I'm gonna hook this up first. It's pretty simple, you know, black will connect to black, you know, green will connect to the green and white, and then blue will connect to blue. So you're gonna connect both of them here, and then connect this to the other side. So I'm gonna do it pretty simple, you know. I'm not gonna solder, so I'm gonna use these. So I'll hook up the bypass first, and then I'll show you guys. All right, so it's pretty easy. You just follow the colors and you can wire it together. So now I'm gonna plug it in and put it in, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Sorry for the bad lighting. I'll try to make it better in the next part. All right, so it's the next day. You can see I buttoned up the dash back, so I have it in, it works. I followed the same steps that I did to take it out. The 2 bolts right in here, the 2 behind this little drawer, you know, and popped it back in, put everything back in. So now I still have my little microphone so that I could talk on the phone, which I was thinking about mounting up here. So in order for me to do that, because I have the wire, I'm gonna have to take, there's a bolt, where is it? Right there. And then there's gonna be 2 right in here. And then there's, where is it? Right there. And then 2 more, sorry for the camera, 2 more right here. And then I will be able to pull this down just a tad bit, right, after I get these 2 bolts, right, which will expose 2 more bolts. I'll be able to slide this out just enough to slide that microphone underneath, and then I'm just going to use what came with it, a little piece of double-sided tape, to mount it right here in the corner so that I could talk while driving. I'll take out all the bolts, show you, and then put it back together. Okay, so as you can see, I got it pulled partially out, not all the way. I just have these tabs out from underneath, so there's enough room that I can slide my microphone in and around and get it in right here, so then I can tuck it away and put everything back. So I'll tuck it, put it back, and then show you. Okay, so you can see I have everything tucked, right? So I have the microphone. You can move it if you have to, just to get better. The only thing I gotta do is I gotta take all this wire and tuck it back behind here. But if you look, it looks pretty good. Dash is all back together, right? Can't tell, right? So let me get this better. So the 2 top bolts are back in, right? The 2 bolts that are on both sides are back in, right? There's 2 bolts right here, 2 bolts down right here, and then there's 2 bolts right here, and then there's 1 bolt here, and on this side is a bolt, and that's it. That's how you put it back together. So pretty simple. I've already tested it out, but let me find my keys, and then I can show you really quick. All right, so as long as you set it up, you matched all the wires and everything, should have no problem. You can see it comes out, turns on, right? You can start the car, no problem, and that's it. So I'm gonna tuck the wires down at the bottom, and that's it.